The vast emptiness of space stretched before the ESS Phoenix as it drifted near Jupiter's orbit, its crystalline organic hull absorbing, rather than reflecting the distant sunlight. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the bridge, her neural interface quietly processing data from the ship's biomechanical sensors. To any conventional scanning technology, the Phoenix appeared to be nothing more than a simple research vessel, its true nature masked by layers of technological deception that humanity had perfected over the past decade. Contact, bearing 035. Lieutenant Marcus Wong announced, his fingers dancing across the neural interface. Energy signature matches the profiles we've been tracking. It's them. Sarah's expression remained neutral, but her heart raced. After years of preparation, humanity's greatest gambit was about to begin. The Valdorian Empire had been detected approaching the solar system 3 months ago, their massive ships cutting through space with the arrogance of unchallenged conquerors. Maintain our current profile, Sarah ordered. Let's play the role they expect. The Phoenix's sophisticated masking systems continued projecting the image of a primitive vessel, while its true capabilities remained dormant beneath the surface. The Valdorian ship emerged from faster-than-light travel, its massive form dwarfing the Phoenix. The alien vessel resembled a living crystal, its surface refracting sunlight in patterns that seemed to pulse with internal energy. It was beautiful in a predatory way. "They're hailing us," Communications Officer Yuki Tanaka reported. "Standard frequency, unencrypted. They're not even trying to hide their technological superiority." Sarah allowed herself a small smile. On screen, the holographic display materialized, revealing the Valdorian ambassador. The alien's form was vaguely humanoid, but composed of semi-transparent crystalline structures that shifted and flowed like liquid glass. Multiple sets of glowing eyes studied Sarah with barely concealed disdain. "Greetings, primitive vessel." The ambassador's translated voice resonated through the bridge. "I am High Commander Zixtal of the Valdorian Empire. Your species has been chosen for evaluation and potential integration into our dominion." Sarah adopted an expression of awe and nervousness, a performance rehearsed countless times. "We were honored by your presence, High Commander. I am Captain Chen of the Earth science ship Phoenix. We had no idea there were other civilizations so close to our system." The Valdorians' crystalline features shifted in what Sarah recognized as their species' expression of smug satisfaction. "Your recent achievements in primitive faster-than-light travel have drawn our attention. The Valdorian Empire guides developing species toward proper civilization. Under our protection, you might achieve in centuries what takes others millennia." Behind her mask of wonder, Sarah's mind raced through the tactical displays only she could see through her neural interface. 12 more Valdorian ships had dropped out of FTL, forming a containment pattern around the solar system, exactly as predicted. "Your offer is overwhelming," Sarah managed, her voice trembling with fabricated emotion. "But surely such an important decision would require consultation with Earth's governing council." The High Commander's form crystallized slightly, a sign of hardening resolve. "Perhaps I wasn't clear, Captain. This is not an offer. The Valdorian Empire has claimed this sector. Your species will submit to our protection, or face immediate consequences." Sarah lowered her eyes, playing the part of the cowed primitive. I understand, High Commander. Please, allow me to contact Earth's leadership and inform them of your generous terms." As the Valdorian agreed with obvious satisfaction, Sarah sent a coded quantum pulse through the Phoenix's hidden systems. Across the solar system, hundreds of automated beacons activated, beginning to map every detail of the Valdorian fleet. Earth had spent years preparing for this moment, knowing that sooner or later, humanity would face a hostile first contact. The High Commander was still speaking, outlining the terms of humanity's submission, when Sarah received confirmation that the quantum mapping was complete. She allowed herself a genuine smile this time, knowing that Phase 1 of humanity's response was ready. "High Commander," she interrupted politely, "before we proceed, there's something you should know about humanity." She paused, savoring the moment. We don't respond well to threats. With a thought through her neural interface, Sarah disabled the Phoenix's camouflage systems. The seemingly primitive research vessel transformed, its crystalline organic hull shifting to reveal its true nature. Weapon ports appeared along its length, and the ship's size seemed to grow as hidden sections unfolded. The High Commander's form fractured in shock. What deception is this? Not deception. High Commander. Evolution. Sarah stood straighter as her ship's quantum organic weapons came online. Humanity learned long ago that the best defense isn't to match our enemy's strength, but to transcend it entirely. Welcome to Earth space. Now shall we discuss those terms again? The High Commander's crystalline form vibrated with barely contained rage as hundreds of quantum signatures bloomed across the solar system. What had appeared to be debris, asteroids, and derelict satellites transformed into advanced warships, their crystalline organic hulls shimmering into visibility like predators emerging from camouflage. Impossible, Zixtal hissed through the translator. Our scans showed no signs of this level of technology. Your species was barely capable of reaching your own moon a century ago. Your scans showed exactly what we wanted them to show, Sarah replied, her neural interface connecting her consciousness to the entire human fleet. Through the quantum organic network, she could feel the presence of every ship captain, their minds linked in perfect tactical harmony. While you watched our carefully staged development, humanity was preparing for this exact moment. The Phoenix's sensors detected energy buildups in the Valdorian fleet's weapon systems. Sarah didn't flinch. She had expected this response. Pride and aggression were deeply encoded in Valdorian psychology. All ships, execute formation Hydra, she commanded through the neural network. The human fleet moved with impossible coordination, their quantum organic hulls flowing like liquid metal as they took up strategic positions around the Valdorian vessels. Lieutenant Wong's voice carried a note of satisfaction as he reported, quantum field generators at full power. Their crystalline technology is already showing signs of disruption. The Valdorian ships fired, their energy weapons lancing out through space, only to scatter harmlessly against the quantum fields surrounding the human vessels. Their crystalline technology, while impressive, was fundamentally predictable. Humanity had spent years developing countermeasures. This is your final warning, High Commander, Sarah announced. The Valdorian Empire isn't the first advanced civilization to discover Earth, but it will be the last to threaten us. Stand down your weapons and prepare to receive our terms. Instead of responding, Zixtal barked orders in his native language. The Valdorian fleet attempted to jump to FTL, their crystal drives pulsing with energy, but they had already fallen into humanity's trap. They're attempting to escape, Yuki reported unnecessarily. The quantum suppression field is holding. Sarah nodded. Begin Phase 2. Show them why humanity chose to evolve beyond conventional technology. The Phoenix led the demonstration, its crystalline organic hull rippling as it activated its most revolutionary feature. The quantum organic matrix that made up the ship's structure began to resonate with the fabric of space-time itself. Similar transformations rippled across the human fleet. By the eternal crystal, one of the Valdorian officers breathed, their translator barely managing to convey their awe. Their ships are alive. Not exactly, Sarah corrected. We discovered something far more powerful than simple biological or mechanical technology. We learned to merge the two, creating ships that are neither alive nor machine, but something entirely new. To demonstrate, she directed the Phoenix through a series of maneuvers that should have been impossible according to the Valdorians' understanding of physics. The ship's quantum organic structure allowed it to partially phase through space-time, appearing to be in multiple locations simultaneously. The rest of the human fleet followed suit, their coordinated movements through quantum space creating a web of gravitational distortions that further disrupted the Valdorians' crystalline technology. Their mighty warships, pride of an interstellar empire, were being systematically neutralized without a single shot fired. Your empire has conquered dozens of species by exploiting their technological weaknesses, Sarah continued. But humanity chose a different path. Instead of building bigger ships or more powerful weapons, we questioned the very nature of technology itself. Through the neural network, she could sense the other human captains executing the carefully planned containment strategy. The Valdorian fleet was being herded into a precise formation, though they didn't realize it yet. Your crystalline technology is impressive, she acknowledged, but it's based on principles that haven't fundamentally changed in millennia. We spent generations appearing primitive while we developed something entirely new, technology that doesn't just use the laws of physics, but actively participates in them. The Phoenix's sensors detected multiple attempts by the Valdorian ships to send quantum-entangled communications to their empire. Each attempt dissipated harmlessly in the quantum disruption field surrounding them. "You're cut off," Sarah informed them. "No calls for reinforcements. No retreat. Just you, us, and a choice." She paused, letting the situation sink in. "You can either accept that humanity isn't your latest conquest and open genuine diplomatic relations, or—" She let the threat hang unspoken as the human fleet's quantum organic ships continued their impossible dance through partially phased spacetime, their very existence challenging everything the Valdorians thought they knew about technology and physics. High Commander Zixel's crystalline form had lost its earlier arrogance, his multiple eyes darting between different tactical displays as he struggled to comprehend what he was witnessing. "What are you?" he finally asked. "We are humanity," Sarah answered simply. "And we're offering you something your empire has never encountered before, the opportunity to learn instead of conquer." The quantum organic displays aboard the Phoenix erupted with new signatures as hundreds of Valdorian warships tore through spacetime, emerging from FTL in a massive battle formation. Sarah had known this moment would come. The Valdorian Empire's pride wouldn't allow them to accept humanity's superiority without a fight. Multiple emergence points detected across the Kuiper Belt, Lieutenant Wang reported. His consciousness merged with the ship's sensor systems through the neural interface. "They've brought their entire third fleet, over 400 capital ships." Sarah remained calm as she processed the tactical data flowing through her neural link. The Valdorian reinforcements were exactly what Earth Command had anticipated and prepared for. Status of Operation Chrysalis. "All deep space facilities are active," Yuki confirmed. "The quantum network is stable and expanding. They still haven't detected our outer defense grid." The massive Valdorian fleet moved with practiced precision, their crystalline ships arranging themselves into an attack formation that had conquered countless civilizations. High Commander Zixtel's image appeared on the quantum comm, his crystalline form now rigid with restored confidence. "Your deception ends here," he declared. "The full might of the Valdorian Empire will not be mocked by primitives with stolen technology. Surrender now, and perhaps we will be merciful in our re-education of your species." Sarah allowed herself a small smile. "High Commander, I'm afraid you still don't understand. We weren't trying to mock you. We were giving you a chance to avoid what comes next." She opened a neural link to all human ships. "All vessels, initiate emergence protocol." Across the solar system, space itself began to change. The quantum organic technology that humanity had developed wasn't limited to their ships. They had spent decades seeding the entire solar system with a network of quantum manipulation devices. Now, that network activated. The fabric of space-time rippled like water, and from these ripples emerged humanity's true fleet. Not hundreds of ships, but thousands, each one a unique blend of organic and quantum technology. They had been there all along, existing slightly out of phase with normal spacetime, invisible even to the Valdorians' advanced sensors. By the crystal throne, one of the Valdorian officers breathed. "How many ships do they have?" "That's not the question you should be asking," Sarah replied. "The question is, what else have we hidden?" As if in answer, the quantum organic ships began to change. Their hulls flowed like liquid metal, reconfiguring themselves in ways that defied conventional physics. Some merged together into larger vessels, while others split into swarms of smaller craft. The entire human fleet moved like a single organism, guided by the neural network that connected every captain and crew. The Valdorian fleet opened fire, their crystalline weapons releasing enough energy to shatter planets. But the human ships phased through the attacks, existing in multiple quantum states simultaneously. It was like trying to shoot a ghost with solid bullets. "Final warning, High Commander," Sarah announced. "Your weapons cannot harm what they cannot fully perceive. Your sensors cannot track what exists in multiple quantum states. Stand down, or witness capabilities we hoped we'd never have to use." Instead of responding, Zixtal ordered his fleet to advance. The Valdorian ships launched their most devastating assault, using techniques that had brought dozens of alien civilizations to their knees. Energy beams and quantum torpedoes filled space, targeting every human vessel simultaneously. Sarah sighed. "All ships, execute Protocol Omega. Show them what happens when humanity is forced to fight at full capacity." The quantum organic network that connected the human fleet pulsed with new energy. Every ship's hull began to resonate at the quantum level, their very existence interfering with the fundamental forces that held reality together. The effect spread through space like ripples in a pond, touching every Valdorian vessel. At first, nothing seemed to happen. Then the Valdorians' crystalline technology began to fail, not through damage or destruction, but through fundamental change. The quantum resonance from the human fleet was altering the very structure of space-time around their ships, making it impossible for their crystal-based technology to function. What are you doing to us?" Zixtal demanded, his image flickering as his ship's systems began to fail. "We're changing the rules," Sarah explained. "Your technology relies on the standard laws of physics remaining constant. Ours doesn't just work within those laws, it can locally modify them. We're creating a bubble of altered space-time where your crystalline technology simply cannot function." The massive Valdorian fleet hung powerless in space, their mighty weapons reduced to inert crystal, their advanced drives unable to generate enough energy to move. They had brought overwhelming force to crush what they thought was an upstart civilization. Instead, they were witnessing the birth of something entirely new in the galaxy. "Now then," Sarah said, her voice carrying the weight of humanity's long preparation, "shall we discuss those diplomatic relations?" The quantum displays aboard the Phoenix painted a stunning picture of the Valdorian Empire's Centauri sector. Sarah Chen, now Admiral after the Battle of Sol, watched as hundreds of human vessels slipped through the quantum fabric of space, invisible to conventional detection methods. 3 months had passed since humanity had demonstrated its technological superiority, and now they were taking the fight to Valdorian space. Quantum scans detecting high concentrations of crystalline technology in the Proxima colonies, Lieutenant Wang reported through the neural network. Energy signatures match known patterns of subjugated worlds. Sarah nodded, processing the tactical data streaming through her neural interface. Life signs. Multiple species detected, Yuki confirmed. Her consciousness merged with the ship's advanced sensor systems. Biological patterns suggest at least 3 different civilizations, all under Valdorian control. The discovery wasn't surprising. Earth's long-range quantum observers had detected signs of widespread oppression throughout Valdorian space. The Empire's pattern was consistent: find developing civilizations, overwhelm them with superior technology, and force them into servitude. "All ships, maintain quantum silence," Sarah commanded through the neural network. "Initiate protocol liberation." The human fleet moved with perfect coordination, their quantum organic hulls shifting to match the background radiation of space. They had spent weeks plotting the precise quantum frequencies that would allow them to approach undetected while gathering intelligence on the Empire's subjected worlds. The first sign that something was wrong came from an unexpected source. The Phoenix's quantum sensors detected an anomalous signal, a pattern that shouldn't exist in a system dominated by crystalline technology. "Admiral," Wong called out, "I'm detecting non-Valdorian quantum signatures. They're crude, but someone down there is experimenting with quantum manipulation." Sarah's interest piqued immediately. "Source: underground facility on the third planet. It's well shielded from conventional scans, but our quantum sensors can detect their work. They're trying to replicate our technology from the Battle of Seoul." A smile touched Sarah's lips. News of humanity's victory had spread through the Empire, despite Valdorian attempts to suppress it. It seemed some of their subjects had drawn inspiration from Earth's resistance. "New contact," Yuki announced suddenly. "Valdorian patrol fleet entering the system. 5 capital ships, standard crystal configuration." Sarah considered their options. The human fleet could easily neutralize the patrol, but a direct confrontation might alert the Empire to their presence too soon. Then she had an idea. "All ships, hold position," she ordered. "Let's see how our hidden friends handle this." Through the quantum sensors, they watched as the underground facility scrambled to hide its experiments. But something unexpected happened. Instead of shutting down, the quantum signatures intensified. "They're not hiding," Wong realized. "They're testing their technology." A burst of unrefined quantum energy erupted from the planet's surface, targeting the lead Valdorian vessel. The attack was crude compared to human quantum technology, but it was enough to disrupt the ship's crystalline systems temporarily. "Now that's interesting," Sarah mused. "Yuki, can you establish a secure quantum channel to that facility?" "Channel open, Admiral." They're asking for help." The message that came through was a mixture of desperation and hope, transmitted in a dozen different languages. But its meaning was clear. The subjugated species had been waiting for this moment, preparing in secret for a chance to break free. "This changes things," Sarah decided. "All ships, new objective. We're not just here to strike at the Empire. We're here to empower a revolution." She opened a channel to the resistance facility. "This is Admiral Chen of the Earth Fleet. We received your message, and we're here to help." The response was immediate and emotional. A flood of relief and excitement from beings who had lived under Valdorian oppression for generations. Through their quantum channel, the resistance leaders quickly shared vital intelligence about the Empire's control systems and the location of other subjugated worlds. "They've given us access to their underground network," Yuki reported. "Similar resistance movements exist on dozens of worlds. They've been sharing information and resources, waiting for an opportunity to strike." Sarah felt a surge of pride in humanity's role. They hadn't just developed superior technology. They had given hope to countless oppressed species. "Send word to Earth Command," she ordered. "Request permission to implement Protocol Unity. It's time to show the galaxy that there's an alternative to the Empire's dominion." As the message was sent through quantum space, Sarah addressed her fleet. "Our mission has evolved. We're not just here to defeat the Valdorians. We're here to help forge an alliance of free worlds. Every species they've subjugated is a potential ally, and together we can create something entirely new." The quantum organic ships of the human fleet began to shift, their hulls reconfiguring for the new mission. They were no longer just warships. They were about to become the foundation of a revolution that would reshape the galaxy. "All ships, prepare for Phase 2, Sarah commanded. "Let's show these resistance fighters what happens when humanity decides to share its knowledge instead of hoarding it. The Valdorian Empire is about to learn that true power doesn't come from conquering worlds. It comes from setting them free." The space around the Valdorian homeworld crystalline star burned with quantum fire as 2 fundamentally different technologies clashed in the final battle for the galaxy's future. The Phoenix led a fleet unlike anything the cosmos had ever witnessed, not just human vessels, but ships from a dozen liberated species, each enhanced with quantum organic technology freely shared by Earth. "Allied fleet status," Admiral Chen commanded, her consciousness linked through the advanced neural network that now connected ships of multiple species. "All units in position," Wong reported. The resistance forces from the Proxima sector have successfully disabled the Empire's outer defense grid. The Centaurian ships are maintaining the quantum disruption field. The combined fleet had grown beyond Sarah's wildest expectations. In the months since discovering the underground resistance, humanity had helped forge an alliance of formerly subjugated species. Each brought their own unique insights and innovations to the quantum technology Earth had shared. They've mobilized their entire home fleet, Yuki announced. Over 2,000 capital ships. They're taking up defensive positions around the Crystal Throne. The Crystal Throne, seat of Valdorian power and the source of their empire's technological advancement. For millennia, it had symbolized their dominion over lesser species. Now it would witness the empire's final moments. "Open a channel to all ships," Sarah ordered. Her voice carried across the quantum network, reaching every vessel in the Allied fleet. "This is Admiral Chen. Today we end an empire built on subjugation and fear. But remember, our goal isn't revenge. We're here to offer something better." The Valdorian fleet struck first, their crystalline weapons unleashing enough energy to shatter moons. But the Allied ships moved with impossible coordination, their quantum organic hulls shifting between states of matter. Each species had added their own modifications to the basic technology Earth had shared, creating a defense that was as diverse as it was impenetrable. "Incoming transmission from the Crystal Throne," Yuki reported. "It's the Imperial Council themselves." The quantum display shimmered, revealing not just High Commander Zixtal, but the entire ruling body of the Valdorian Empire. Their crystalline forms pulsed with barely contained rage and fear. "You dare bring these lesser beings to our sacred home?" The Imperial Chancellor's voice resonated with contempt. "You've corrupted the natural order of the galaxy." "No," Sarah replied calmly. "We've evolved it. Look around you. Every species you tried to subjugate has not only mastered quantum technology, but improved upon it in ways we never imagined. The Centaurians developed quantum communication that spans galaxies. The Proximan engineers created defensive systems that can protect entire star systems. As if to demonstrate, the Allied fleet executed a series of maneuvers that should have been impossible, even by human standards. Ships phased through each other, existed in multiple locations simultaneously, and bent the fabric of space itself to their will. "This is your final chance," Sarah continued. "Surrender the Crystal Throne and join a new galactic alliance, not as rulers, but as equals. Your civilization has much to offer when it's not focused on domination." The Chancellor's response came in the form of action. The Crystal Throne itself began to pulse with energy, revealing its true nature as the most powerful weapon ever created by the Valdorian Empire. "All ships, execute final protocol," Sarah commanded. The Allied fleet moved as one, their combined quantum technologies creating a phenomenon never before seen in the galaxy. Space itself began to change around the Crystal Throne as thousands of ships manipulated quantum reality in perfect harmony. The mighty throne, symbol of Valdorian power for millennia, found itself existing in a bubble of altered space-time, where its crystalline technology couldn't function. It wasn't destroyed, it was transformed. What have you done?" the Chancellor demanded as the throne's energy dissipated. "We've shown you the true power of unity," Sarah answered. "Your throne now exists in a quantum state that can only be maintained by the combined efforts of all our species working together. It's no longer a weapon or a symbol of dominion. It's become the foundation of something new." Through the quantum network, Sarah could feel the moment the Valdorian fleet realized the truth. Their empire hadn't just been defeated. It had been rendered obsolete by something far more powerful than conquest. "The choice remains yours," she offered. "Continue fighting for an empire that can no longer exist, or help us build a galaxy where every species can reach its full potential." One by one, the Valdorian ships powered down their weapons. On the quantum display, the Imperial Council's crystalline forms shifted, taking on a new configuration that Sarah recognized from her studies of their culture: the pose of acceptance. As the Allied fleet began the process of securing the Valdorian homeworld, Sarah opened a channel to Earth Command, Phoenix to Command. The Crystal Throne has fallen. But more importantly, the Alliance is ready to rise. The quantum network hummed with energy as ships from every species began the work of transformation. The galaxy would never be the same, and that was exactly what humanity had hoped for all along.